Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shook. I make videos for NBA, I make videos for NFL. All of these posts get put on this subreddit. It's called DF Sports with right here. You can find my posts. My username is Shook. I post updates with all of the news that comes out. You can talk strategy here. People ask me questions. You can ask me questions. I'll always respond to you. And if you ever need to get a hold of me, you can do so on Reddit. Or you can get a hold of me on Twitter at ToryLangley1992. Alright, let's take a look at my lineups from today. NBA was not too kind to me, but NFL was great. Go over my NFL lineup first. So this was my cash lineup for the 4-game slate. I went Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey, Travis Etienne Jr., Jamar Chase, Gabe Davis, Zay Jones, Evan Ingram, Hayden Hurst, Bills defense. The core that I had for cash this week was, I believe, Josh Allen. He was fine, played really bad. CMC, he was fine. Etienne was the best running back on the slate. And I believe Evan Ingram. I'm not sure. It was either Etienne or Chase or Ingram. I don't really know. But finished well above the cash line. So yeah, no complaints there. No complaints there. So going to be a profitable day overall because NFL I go bigger on than NBA. So and this was just unfortunate. This was just. I feel like I played bad today. I feel like I made a really bad lineup today. As you can see here, I went Jamal, Bones, Bruce, Gordon, Biombo, Dame, LeBron, and Jock Landell. Yeah, I feel like I played really bad today. Um, my first mistake, I think, was playing a pretty popular Bones Highland. I figured with Bruce in the starting lineup, there was a path to him playing more outside of like because if Bruce is in the starting lineup, I would think Bones would get most of the backup point, or play alongside Bruce, alongside Bruce as well. That obviously was not the case, and I knew there was a chance that he wouldn't play a lot because he's been in the doghouse of late. So I think that was definitely a mistake on my part to go to a pretty popular Bones Highland. And then Biombo, just massive foul trouble. Just. I obviously played both of these centers. I played Landale with him. He was better, but he fouled out. Biombo fouled out. They both fouled out. Just whatever. It's whatever. I went to Dame. He was fine. I went to LeBron. He was fine. But not too much here. The core that I had for today was Jamal Murray, smash. Bruce Brown, smash. Aaron Gordon, smash. And Damian Lillard, who was just okay. So I had to put better pieces around the core. Unfortunately, I didn't do that. I did not do that. So going to take the L for today on NBA. And if you want to join my Discord, I'll have a link to that in the comment section. And let's go over this 9-game slate, I believe it is. 7-game slate. I think it's a pretty good one, honestly. You got that Houston Minnesota game, man. That just looks. Oh, yes. All right, Boston at Orlando. Key news here: Marcus Smart is going to be out. Malcolm Brogdon is going to be out. I don't expect Robert Williams to play, so we'll go over it assuming he is out too. So Tatum Brown, they're just playing huge minutes right now. Definitely some blowout risk. Orlando is not good, but if the game stays close, they're going to play upwards of 40 minutes. So I think they're in play for GPPs. Ranking these spend ups on the slate, they're basically they're basically. I think they're behind Dame for me. I think they're behind. Um, they might be even behind Anthony Edwards for me, point per dollar, but Outside of those two, I think they definitely do look better than the other spend ups. So I think Tatum Brown are both solid plays as spend ups. I definitely do prefer Tatum um, to Brown. Just wait, just wait until you see the thumbnail. Yeti, just wait. I'm not forgetting. But yeah, I think they both look solid. No Smart. They're gonna have to play more. They're gonna have a usage bump as well. They'll do a little bit more ball handling as well. If Robert Williams is out, Al Horford doesn't have the best matchup, but he'll have to play more. He definitely gets a usage bump as well. Seems like a pretty safe play to me. And I think Derek White would be a pretty good play at 5.4K. Definitely gets a huge usage bump. Will have the ball also in his hand a lot more, so the peripheral stats will go up. Probably plays mid 30s minutes. So I assume he'll be popular tomorrow, but for good reason. He definitely looks solid. And I like Peyton Pritchard off the bench. I expect low to mid 20s minutes from him. Good point per minute guy. If that's the case, I like him at 3.3K. Would be a good value in my opinion with both Brogdon and Smart out. I think there is a path to him playing that 25-ish minutes. I don't think there's much else. Like if Robert Williams is out, Grant Williams does get a boost, but he's a low usage guy. I guess he would be playable, but I'm not in love with it. Maybe Sam Hauser gets some minutes, but I don't think it would be necessary to go there. On to Orlando. So not much here. Like they're all GPP plays for me. Banchero, Franz, Wendell Jr. I don't love any of them. Like if I was playing 150 lineups, I would sprinkle in some Banchero, some Wendell Jr., maybe some Cole Anthony. But in my single lineup, I just can't get to any of them. So I have no interest in the Orlando Magic tomorrow. Pretty much a cross off for me. And I really don't have interest in the Milwaukee Bucks. So a lot of blowout risk, but it is a good matchup. So I only really have interest in Giannis Antetokounmpo. He has been out for a long time, so if he's limited, then I just have no interest in the Bucks because they're all just priced up from when everyone was out. Um, and we also have Middleton back, so yeah, this Bucks team is just not appealing for me. I think it's just Giannis at the top if he's not on a limit. Everyone basically a little bit overpriced or out of play for me. So definitely some interest in this Detroit team tomorrow. So we have Killian Hayes questionable. We have Marvin Bagley out. We have Isaiah Stewart out. If Hayes is in, you can take shots on Bojan Hayes, Ivy Bay. I think that's completely fine. They're going to have big games to keep this close, but I think the real standout here for Detroit with Stewart and Bagley out is Jalen Duren at 4.5K. I think they're going to have to lean on him pretty heavily here, but the only downside is he's going up against the Bucks. Brook Lopez, Giannis Antetokounmpo, definitely a lot of foul risk, but if he stays at a foul trouble at 4.5K, I definitely think he's a pretty good value play. And then if Killian Hayes is out, I like the ceiling a lot on Jaden Ivey. I'll probably buy in, and then he's probably going to get his minutes slashed like he was like a week or so ago. But like the ceiling a lot on Jaden Ivey, especially if Killian Hayes is up, because I think he'll have the ball in his hand a lot more, and those peripheral stats will definitely go up. So I do like Ivy if Hayes is out. Bojan definitely in play too. Has been their best player this season, which is absolutely wild to me. But I think the real standout here is going to be Jalen Duren, and then we'll have to monitor what they do with the starting lineup if Hayes is out. But I think like Burks, Diallo, they'll get a boost. They would be in play. Both okay point per minute guys. So definitely keep an eye on the starting lineup. I'll make updates on Reddit when we do get that starting lineup. So Atlanta at Chicago. Trey Murray, just GPP only plays. They're okay. I feel like when one has this, like whenever you play Murray, it's a Trey game. Whenever you play Trey, it's a Murray game. But both in play for GPPs. We do have a Kongu questionable. If he's in, Capella's still kind of on a limit, so it's hard to go to the bigs. I think Collins would be my favorite of the bunch as long as he stays at a foul trouble. He'll probably play close to 35, 36, 37 minutes. Like the spot here, he would definitely be my favorite. But if Okongwu is out, I would think Capella would have to play more. And at 5.5K, like if I knew Capella was going to play close to 30 minutes tomorrow, I would like him a lot at 5.5K. So that's something just to keep an eye on with the Okongwu news. So I'm really going to be interested in Capella for GPPs if Okongwu is out. I'm not going to go to anyone else though. Let's move on to Chicago, and this team's basically a cross off for me too. Like everyone's priced up from when everyone was, or I think it was DeMar was out, and then Levine was out at one point. So yeah, man, Levine, Vooch, DeRozan, all a little bit too pricey for me. If I had to pick one, it would be DeRozan. It's kind of crazy that he's the cheapest of the bunch. But Vooch been playing extremely well. I will say this, at their respective prices, they're going to be unknown. So maybe since they're this high in price, they're good GPP plays because nobody's going to play them. And they all definitely do have a ceiling to still pay off this price tag. So keep that in mind. Nobody's going to play these guys because of their prices. I'm not personally because it's hard for me in my one lineup. But once again, another spot where if I was playing 150 lineups, I would definitely sprinkle some of these guys in because they're going to go unowned because of the prices. Patrick, no thank you. The guards, they're kind of like running a three-headed monster, so really hard to get to the guards. And yeah, not much on Chicago. We're starting to get to the appealing games now. So this game looks awesome. We have Rudy Gobert questionable. I don't care if he's in or out. I think Ant still looks like one of the best spend ups on the slate. Had his shooting guard shooting for an eligibility. I finally got a good game out of him. Houston has been not good against guards, so I like Ant quite a bit, especially if Rudy Gobert is out. D'Lo's minutes have been on a downtrend of late, but I still think he's a very, very safe option in the mid range because of the matchup. Just a prime spot here. If Rudy Gobert plays and he's not on a limit, I like him at 6.8K. Once again, I don't think Sengun's the best defender, so would like him quite a bit. Anderson would be able to play at that price tag for me personally if Gobert's in. Same with Nas, same with McDaniels, same with Prince, same with Knight. So really got to monitor that Gobert news. And then if Gobert's out, like Edwards even more, D'Lo would still be fine for me. Slow-mo would definitely be in play. The people who kept playing him got punished, but I think that'll lower the ownership. So I'm perfectly fine going to Kyle Anderson on this slate. This guy, man. This fucking guy. If Gobert is out tomorrow, I'm going right back to Nas Reed. I don't care what anyone says. I know he's been in foul trouble every game, but I gotta do it. I gotta do it. The ownership is going to drop. You can't have short-term memory in DFS. I know he got benched in the second half. They went tonight. I do not care. I don't care. People will not want to click his name because of what he's been doing of late with no Gobert, but if Gobert's out, like his ceiling, I'm not going to say he's smash play because I don't want all of you playing him and him getting into foul trouble and what he's been doing of late, but I'm going to say he's a smash if Gobert's out. So, love Nas. If Gobert's out, I'm going right back. McDaniels would be in play, and then if you think he gets into foul trouble, you could go to Nathan Knight at 3.3K. I don't expect them to close with him again, but he would definitely benefit. But my only concern with that is they have, I believe, gone to Garza in the past, so you're kind of rolling a dice there with the backup five situation. So a lot to like on Minnesota, and a lot to like on Houston. So Jabari Smith is questionable. I don't expect him to play. Kevin Porter Jr. is out. So we'll go over both ways. Even if Jabari's in, I love Sengun. Got him low owned here. People didn't realize that his minutes in the offense ran through him with no Kevin Porter Jr. Got him low owned again here because people didn't realize the same thing. And then people finally realized that the minutes were up and they're running their offense through Sengun with no Kevin Porter Jr. He's not going to be low owned again. But I'm glad that he printed money for us in the Discord before people called on. So he is too cheap with no Kevin Porter Jr. They're running their offense through him. He's playing close to 40 minutes a game. As long as he stays out of foul trouble, he is still too cheap. I love Sengun here once again. Jalen Green has a ceiling, but you guys know the floor. Has to hit his shots to reach value. Have some interest there. Jabari would be fine. If he's in, KJ Martin's fine. I think Eric Gordon is a solid value. He gets a really big boost with no Kevin Porter Jr. They just rely on him a lot more offensively with no Kevin Porter Jr. So I think Gordon's a solid value, and then I would probably be off Tate and Eason. But if Jabari's out, you guys know what to do. You guys know what to do. Still love Sengun. Green would be playable. KJ Martin gets a boost. He would be solid. Eric Gordon still like, but my man, this guy's won me so much money in Summer League. Started, played 27 minutes. Would absolutely love Terry Eason for value here. Once again, if Jabari's out and he starts, would love me some Terry Eason. He is such a good point per minute guy that if he gets 27 minutes again, I would I would honestly say he goes for over 30 fantasy points. I really think he would. He's like about a fantasy point per minute guy. Maybe even a little bit better. I would have to look, but or maybe a little less. I'm not sure, but would really like that wouldn't be his projection. Like if he gets 27 minutes again, his projection would probably be like 25, 24. But I think he can definitely go for 30 plus if he gets those minutes again. So would really like Eason if Jabari's out and he starts, and then Tate would be playable. He got around 20 minutes, but definitely would prefer Eason. I think that's it for Houston, and a lot to like in that game, and potentially some things to like in this game. So we do have LaMelo Ball questionable. If he's in and not on a limit, I like him for GPPs. Like the spot here against Utah as well. Just a guy that's super, super safe. Probably gets you close to a double double. Also has triple double upside. If he's not on a limit, he's probably going to play the whole game. So, like LaMelo, Rozier would be more of a secondary play if LaMelo is in. DSJ would be out of play. The bigs just seem safe to me. I don't have a lean on which I like more. Probably PJ just because he's cheaper and his power forward eligibility. But both have been playing extremely, extremely well of late. So if you want to go to either one, completely okay with it. And then Mark Williams been getting the backup five. If he's going to continue to get the backup five, good, really good point per minute guy. I think he's definitely in play for value. Just be careful. Same situation with Minnesota. They have shown in the past to go with Nick Richards. So kind of rolling a dice there, but I think it would be Mark Williams getting the backup five run in this spot. Now if LaMelo's out, Terry Rozier, personally for me, gonna be one of the best mid-range plays on the slate. Has to just do a whole lot more offensively. Will have the ball in his hands a lot more. It's another really good spot for him. So was like Rozier quite a bit. The bigs don't really change much for me. Hayward's still on a limit, so hard to really go there. And then Dennis Smith Jr. would be a good value. Played 27 minutes, kind of had a bad performance. Good point per minute guy. Um, can stuff the stat sheet. I think he'd still be solid if LaMelo's out. So, yeah, potentially some things to like on the Charlotte side. On Utah, it's a really good matchup. So I like marketing for GPPs. I do. I think this is a spot where he could just absolutely nuke for like a 30-point double double or like a 35-point double double. So he goes low owned every slate because of his price. So I like Laurie marketing quite a bit for GPPs. Clarkson, no thank you. Walker Kessler was chalk last slate. Definitely let down, got benched as well. But this is a spot where you could definitely have a really good game as well. So I think he'll go back up to those 30-ish minute mark. And I think he'll go very, very low owned. So I think Walker Kessler is a very good GPP play tomorrow. Conley just safe, super safe to me, and I'm not going to get to anyone else. So let's move on to the Spurs. So, I mean, not much. Keldon, fine, always has a ceiling. Trey Jones probably gets you 30 fantasy points. Jakob Poeltl got benched last game. I would like him if we knew he wasn't going to get benched, but you never know with Pop. Sochan probably plays 25 minutes, okay value. Josh Richardson, 25 minutes, okay value. So not much on the Spurs. Let's move over to Portland. So cupcake matchup here for Dame. They're just playing huge minutes, man. Definitely, it's a back-to-back, but I think they'll keep playing huge minutes. So I think Dame looks like one of the better spend-ups on the slate. He's just been on a tear of late. So like Dame quite a bit. This guy, man, this guy is always, always in foul trouble. Here's what I will say: if he can just stay out of foul trouble, he will nuke the slate and probably play 35 plus minutes. Really good point per minute guy. So I always like Nurk for GPPs. Just know what you're getting into playing with him because you're probably going to be in pain when he gets 2 fouls in 2 minutes. Grant Simons, no thank you. I think Josh Hart is solid at 5.1K. Just a very safe play. Got to stuff the stat sheet. Good rebounder. I don't hate it. Has that shooting forward eligibility as well, which is solid. So like Hart, like Dame, like Nurk for GPPs. Grant Simons, no thank you. So Let's move on to the last game of the night here. Memphis at Sacramento. So, Ja Morant doesn't really stand out to me. It's a really fast-paced matchup. Memphis plays fast. Sacramento plays fast. So, really good spot pace-up wise. So, um, you could see him have a really good game here, but I think with Bane back, it just caps the ceiling a little bit. Jaren, no thank you. Bane, I think is much easier to get to with instead of Ja. So I prefer Bane to Ja point per dollar, honestly. So yeah, Adams I think is a pretty good play, 5.9K too. He's been playing consistently around 30 minutes. Very very good rebounder. Probably get you a double double or close to it. No issues with Adams. I think he's a pretty good play at 5.9K. Brooks, this guy just sucks, man. He's a black hole. He'll do nothing but shoot. Just a straight black hole. Play him if you want. Super, super low floor. I don't think I can get to anyone else, though. Let's move on to Sacramento. This is just really easy to talk about. It's Sabonis, it's Fox, it's Herter, it's no one else. That's it. Sabonis, I always like for GPPs. Very, very tough spot, though. Same with Fox. Tough spot. I think it's fine. More contrarian plays to me. Barnes, so thank you. Herter has been playing extremely well of late. His price just doesn't move, and nobody plays him. So, like Herter for GPPs, and I'm not going to go to anyone else. Always have interest in Monk, but yeah, just bonus, just Fox, just Herter for me. So, I hope this video helped you guys out. I hope you guys had a good Sunday, and hopefully if you were a Cowboys fan, you're not too upset, or if you're a 49ers fan, congrats on the win. I'll see you next week. And if you're a Bills fan, apologize. And then if you're a Bengals fan, congrats on the win. Good luck. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.